Religion. My God, when I walk in those grooves, and leaves thy spirit doth still fan, I see in each shade that there grows an angel talking. Or is it so, as some green heads say, that now all miracles must cease, though thou hast promised they should stay, the tokens of the church and peace? No, no, religion is a spring, that from some secret golden mine derives her birth, and thence doth bring cardinals in every drop and wine. So poisoned, breaks forth in some clime, and at first sight doth many please, but drunk is puddle or mere slime. Instead of physic, a disease, just such a tainted sink we have, like that Samaritan's dead well. Nor must we for the kernel cave, because most voices like the shell. Heal then these waters, Lord, or bring thy flock, since these are troubled, to the springing rock. Look down, great master of the feast, O shine, and turn once more our water into wine.
Next up, we'll be talking about English metaphysical poet Henry Vaughan.
And later, do you know what you've been cleaning your kitchen with?
10 deadly toxins that could be lurking in your household sponge. On Henry Vaughan, today senior Katie Kramer from Rio Americano High School will be talking to us. There she is, Kim.
Hi, Kim.
Hi.
So we heard that poem earlier. What was it called again, Charlene?
Religion.
Thanks, Charlene. So religion. It seemed to have a lot of religious references. Now, why would Vaughan, Henry Vaughan, have such a writing style?
Well, Vaughan kind of acquired this writing style very early on in his life. His parents were very religious, so this made him very religious. He attended Oxford University, and then later on he took part in the English Civil War, but what really started this kind of sacred poetry idea was when his younger brother William died. And pretty much once this event in his life occurred, it really made him stop and think about what he was doing. He realized that he had been wasting the time in his life up until this point, and so pretty much he was reborn in a way, and that's what really started his religious poetry.
In regards to figurative language, are there any metaphysical emblems or metaphors in this poem?
In religion you have a ton of extended metaphors and emblems in here. Pretty much one that helps show the theme, it comes from the end of the poem when he's talking about so poisoned breaks forth in some clime. What he's really discussing is how the church and pretty much religion is being destroyed kind of slowly. And so he uses the idea that the water is poisoned and this is being kind of spread to the people, so they're becoming ill, and so it's showing a decay. And so you can find this idea in many of his other poems, like Regeneration and The Search, and then you'll get many other extended metaphors in his other pieces.
Now, I heard metaphysical poets often include a lot of imagery in their work. Care to elaborate?
Well,
Kathleen?
What poet wouldn't include imagery? But in Henry Vaughan's case, you get a ton of imagery. You'll find, I guess, the main poems that you will find, his best usage of imagery would be The Timber.
The Timber?
Oh my!
That new Kesha song?
I love her!
It's going down. I'm yelling timber. You be Pitbull, I'll be Kesha.
Okay, ready?
1, 2, 3.
That's right. Proceed, Kip.
Thank you. So, I was at talking about imagery. So Vaughan uses imagery in the timber, the incarnation and passion, my bad, and the storm. And pretty much, I mean, in the timber, you get stanzas that start with fresh grooves grow up and their green branches shoot.
Tell me, are there any biblical, and by biblical, I mean from the Bible?
Good clarification.
Mhm.
I get confused sometimes.
I'd imagine you would, Steve.
Thanks, Charlene.
You have the attention span of a freshman.
You're so funny.
Anywho, are there any biblical allusions in this poem or any other of his works?
Most of his poems' titles are Sunday, Saint Mary Magdalene, Regeneration, The Day of Judgment. I mean, just looking at that, it really gives you an idea of what the poem's going to be about. I'll explain a very simple poem with a very prominent biblical allusion. I mean, you have the poem The Night, which is talking about the story of Nicodemus. And so pretty much here, Vaughan talks about the two biblical figures that are found in the book of John, and then it just expands from there, and he uses his other kind of like ideas to help promote this.
Very nice. Do these allusions, how do they help with his audience? He's trying to get something across to his audience, right?
I mean, yeah, of course he's trying to get something across to his audience. He's trying to keep belief and tradition and faith alive. So in a way, he's teaching the Bible through his poems. And I mean, at this point, you know, it's the age of enlightenment. Many people choose not to focus in on religion. So, like, when you can't get a hold of a Bible or a different religious book, you can turn to his poetry, and it'll pretty much do the same thing.
Mm-hmm. So, it sounds kind of, Charlene, to me at least, it sounds like Henry Vaughan
Yes.
is trying to keep his own beliefs and keep the rest of the country and the rest of the world's beliefs awake during the Great Awakening.
You know, I was thinking the exact same thing, Steve.
Oh my, it must be correct then, right?
Exactly.
Thank you. All
Is
right.
that all the time we have? Well, thank you, Susie. It was lovely having you here.
Thanks, Janine.
I see what you did there.
Right?
You tricked her. You tricked her.
I'm gonna go.
Bye, Rosie.
Bye, Janine.
It's Katie. Oh.
Oh. Wasn't she lovely? Well, that was very boring, Charlene.
That certainly was, Steve.
Well, tomorrow we'll have something a little more lively for you. We're going to tell you how to throw the biggest, baddest, most amazing pet birthday